I really felt so lucky to be able to go and work at NTID.
Were any of those people hearing impaired that worked for you?
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes.
It was the staff, all of them were hearing impaired as well.
Then I was, after that job, I was eventually promoted to being director. And when I was director, then I had a staff of 17, and I had quite a few deaf people on the staff. So, of course, we all learned to sign.
Yeah, I was going to ask you where you learned.
And signing is a skill that you use with people who can sign. But here in Penn Yan, my friends don't sign, so then I have to really kind of pay attention, because I can't use that mode of communication. And it's not my primary mode of communication anyway. I can make myself understood, but sometimes it's not easy to read sign when someone isn't talking also. In American Sign Language, you don't use your voice, so it's a matter of watching those hands and trying to figure out what someone is saying to you.
Did you just learn it on the hoof, or did you take a class?
Oh, no. We all took classes.
Okay.
The problem was we would have all liked to have taken Basic 1, Basic 2, Basic 3, Intermediate 1, and consecutive. But with 17 people, we couldn't all be out of the office at once, so maybe 3 could take it this term, and then you skipped a couple of terms, and then you took another one. And I learned signed English first. Signed English, you are signing the words. You are signing the words exactly as you hear them. Then we switched to ASL, and it's very conceptual. So you're just signing ideas. For instance, if I were going to say I have been to Rochester, I would have originally said I have been to Rochester. If I were doing that in ASL, I would do Rochester, there, finished. And the idea would get across, but there would be no voice. It would be. So I had to unlearn and relearn. I still use it because I go back to NTID and I have deaf friends, and it's very helpful to just even know a few words. And I taught my children to finger spell the alphabet. When they travel with me and I meet people and I'm trying to get their names, and sometimes you get a P or a B or an M mixed up because Matt, Pat, Bat, they look alike on the lips, and if you can't hear it, they can just sign the letter, and what the letter that's confusing me. And that helps tremendously.
How do you keep your skills up? Do you watch it on TV?
When I'm driving, I do not use a car phone. But if there's something like a song on the radio, I can sign with one hand. You're supposed, usually you sign with two, but I can sign with one hand and kind of try to follow it to keep up the speed. It's the speed, because there's nothing worse than someone signing to you so slowly. It's like someone speaking to you and you're trying to drag the words out of their mouth. So I try to keep up the speed and also try to remember words that I don't use very often.